slide will be covering the S4HANA sales processes. So in Resayat group, today we are going to cover what are the Resayat group of companies' business processes, and as well as types of business which is having, and each entity wise how the SD is going to be mapped. Resayat group is having majorly categorized into 6 different verticals with trading, business, construction, service, as well as manufacturing, investment, as well as IT services, which is also covers under services platform. The same thing along with the company's name I mentioned here. One is Resayat Construction, Resayat Projects, RIDCO is for IT, and Resayat Logistics and Transportation, Resayat Catering, and if it goes further, Safami is mainly focusing on the SD related for processes, and the other companies will be mostly used like a customer service, not on the SD perspective. It will be customer service and project system sales processes. It will not be most of SD. So we will be focusing mainly on Safami fabrication. So which will be selling the finished goods and the non-finished goods, semi-finished goods products also. It's been sold through Safami fabrication. So first one, I'm going to explain about the construction division. Resayat also doing a construction business, provides for government sectors, private sectors, and other areas also, which will be covering for major companies and hospitals also. They are constructing it for various customers. In this process, S4HANA standpoint, it will be covering the right from customer inquiry and the customer service or project system related logging and preparing a quotation and customer, and sales order processing along with pricing and billing, and which will not, since it's a construction business, mostly it will be like a PS module or customer service. It will, based on the inquiry, sales order will be quotation and sales order will be created, and from the sales order will be directly billed based on the various billing categories. I'll be showing the subsequent slides. For this, how the organization structure is structured. So I prepared based on the entity-wise structure. So first I'll be showing it for construction business. For construction business, the company code is 1041, which is again mapped with sales organization as 1041, and which is having 3 different delivery plans based on the 3 different locations. One is Zubail and Yanbu and Kobar. And shipping point and plant is shipping point is again required for sales order processing. Plant and shipping point is mapped with 1:1 ratio between 3 different plants. And on finance perspective, again credit control area also is used, REZ1. So if we jump into the sales section, so which is a sales organization 1041 is created for this construction business and captured in the SAP, which is having multiple different distribution channels being used. One is for government, and another one is for quasi-government, and another one is for private company, individual customers, as well as affiliates. And it is based on the divisions. One is for maintenance. Within the construction, there are a lot of categories being there. Based on category, the certain specific divisions being allocated. One is maintenance of services, garage services, short-term projects, probably small construction or the maintenance of the construction, and the industrial projects, building maintenance services, commercial residence buildings as well, like apartments and other, and housing maintenance services, probably for changing or looking for service maintenance. And janitorial, I don't know the business of the Dubai or Saudi related one. These wordings are new to me. On SD perspective, it's only we would consider we can categorize under contract processing. Even though in sales order we will have a lot of process were there, so we will be capturing under contract processing. Within the contract, it is being based on the billing is categorized under 4 different ways. One is lump sum contract with milestone billing, and lump sum contract with progressive billing, unit rate contract with remeasurable billing. I'm not sure, it might be directly linking with project system. Only project system will use the milestone billing, and other billing plans will be there. So I'm not sure it's part of the SD or not, but anyway, it's named as SD. I captured under SD processes. Cost plus contract with resource related billing. Total 4 subcontracting processes are there. When it comes to the process flow, I just captured on the high level process flow. Initially, the customer will inquire with the company, and based on the inquiry, the quotation will be created. Once all the contracts been finalized, it will be starts from the SAP's contract processing, and say SAP's contract document will be created, and with reference to the contract, sales order will be created, and simultaneously, customer service related documents also will be created, which is part of CS module. It's not part of SD module. And based on the CS module's relevant processes are completed, means it will be directly billed. There is no deliveries involved on SD perspective. CS will do the necessary costing. And I don't know how the delivery will be handled. Since it's based on the projects, it will be between PS and CS module. And on SD perspective, once we created the sales order, again, the link will be comes from the CS module team. And once the CS process are completed under book equipment costs, the billing will be created. And again, if necessary, the debit memo request will be created. In general, for sales processes, once the credit billing is created, it's done. If any modification of amount is required, a debit memo or credit memo will be processed. And for that, again, billing document will be created. And that's the end of the process for construction business. Next, I will be entering on the Safami fabrication. In the Safami fabrication, there are various businesses where, and majorly we will consider like a manufacturing business. We will consider it as a manufacturing, and which is having a finished product and a semi-finished product. And if we see, so even jobs being mentioned here, jobs meaning it might have again project management and CS will be involving here, and heavy it may be selling a heavy machineries as well, and drilling machines, bending, and painting and all will be part of projects. And, on a sales perspective, the major processes will be project sales. Again, it will be part of PS module. And again, the sales process with no projects, meaning sales standard sales process like sales, delivery, and billing. And sales of service, again, it will be part of CS module. And I'll explain with the organization structure here. On the organization structure point of view, let me make it bigger. Organization structure point of view, on SD wise, it's 1046 is the Safami's sales organization in the SD. And again, it will have various distribution channels covered with different customers. For government customers, it will be 01, and quasi-government and public 102. And for private customers or private sector, it will be 03. And again, individual customers, it's 04. Any affiliate or intercompany, even intercompany processes, even. So like RIDCO or other companies planning to use this, RIDCO will not use, it's IT related construction company, again trying to purchase certain products from here. 05 distribution channel will be used while creating the sales order. And division, again, based on the product, the divisions been categorized. Why there are so many difference of divisions being captured in this project, or in order to tracking on the report. If we're checking the financial reports, division will play a key role. That's why, based on the project, the product level, divisions been created. 21 is for pressure vessels and heat exchangers, and 22 is for structural steel components, and 23 is for boiler and boiler components, and 24 is for power and process piping. Means piping is again on the Gulf regions. There are pipeline projects where a lot of pipeline projects were there. And 25 again storage tanks, and 26 is oil and gas. Again, it's a different business in the SAP. 27 spectacle blinds and all. These are all new words to me. I don't know the meaning of it. 28 machining, blasting, repair services. So sales office and sales groups been used. So I'll not be covering much in the sales office and sales group. For Safami, two different plans were used. One is Safami Kobar, and another one is Safami Jubail. It's based on the location of the specific country. Two different plans were used, and plant and shipping point is created with 1:1 ratio. And major sales processes used here is, as I already shown the previous slide, one is project sale as part of PS module, and actual sales scenario comes with number 2, sales order delivery and billing, and number 3 is sales of services. Again, it will be part of CS module. And next one is RIDCO. Resayat Group is having a variety of business. Each business requires anyway which all the transaction needs to be captured under the system. In order to use the system, we need to have some company to provide the services. Since Resayat is a major group company, they created their own IT company to cater the services for their own companies. For that, again, the business being captured under SAP to run the business. Again, for that SAP standpoint, we have majorly three different processes being captured. One is trading business, and another one is for project sales, another one is services. Actual SD scenario, we will not consider it as a SD scenario. It will be mostly PS module project sale and the customer service. Even trading, we need to check at what level it has been involving. I did not check the detailed level of processes. On the organization structure wise, for SD, it is 1005 is used in the used as sales organization. Distribution channel is common across all entities. One is for government and quasi and private, individual and affiliate companies. Division is used for different things. Infrastructure meaning for IT networks and the PCs and various infrastructure, IT infrastructure. And the second one is application development. Even SAP, we would consider as application development, but since 65 is captured as a ERP, application development may be used for various other web development. Web system might be capturing the variety of services, and 64 is captured as application development. 65 again ERP. Sales office being used. I don't know the reason for what is the purpose it is being used. Again, 1005 is used for sales office here. And major business process were trading, project sales, and service. I capture only the three different entities since sales scope is too high. So I ignored the logistics and transport and catering. And as for also, it's a finance anyway. It's only very limited sales related processes were there. That's why I did not cover the logistics, transports, and asphalt and the catering. That's all from my side, Dhanush. Hello.
Yes, Karthik. Okay.
If you have any questions,
yeah. So you explained high level.
Yeah.
So I hope you understand the divisions and the business process currently, sales and distribution module point of view. And so it's good actually. You give a good presentations, and so hope. So you identified most of the process, but here project also we have the kind of sales is there. For example, we discussed about transport and we discussed about the the heavy equipment also.
Yes.
Right? So from this all the revenue point of view, they have created as a separate profit center or company code or plant. But whenever they do any kind of services in the project. So for example, there is a let's say crusher. So crusher, they want to, let's say there's aggregate material when the project request. So they are going to procure, the project is procuring to the crusher. Crusher is separate divisions. So for that, they need a truck. So truck, all the the assets. I mean transport. There is a transport department we call. So they have different trucks, different transport vehicles. So everything they are going to dealing. So there is a separate department we call as asset department or transport department. So when the truck is carrying the aggregate material, let's say 30 ton or 40 ton trucks they are going to carry, and so we need to create some interfaces also here, like there is a weight bridge, and from the weight bridge they are going to calculate the empty truck and the weighted truck, and how this they are going to be doing the maybe delivery or the GRN, how it is posted. So just we can think about that.
Yeah,
So maybe
yeah,
possible we can prepare the test scripts or maybe
yeah,
design the process.
yeah,
And
sure.
another thing is, so for example, so here, so there are now three different kind of entity as example. So
Yeah,
transport is one of the department where they are going to
yeah,
carry the all the aggregate materials, and end of the day revenue has to book to that
yeah,
particular transport department. So how the process we are going to be designed. So
yeah,
project is requesting the material, and crusher is going to, already there is a stock, there is a make to stock, maybe already they have different sizes of the aggregate material. So and transport is sending the vehicle to carry those aggregate material. So how these kind of process, so production is happening in the crushers, and project there is, they're executing their operations, and they need some kind of materials and services. So so these are all the process also we need to be addressed. This is like
yeah,
one example. This is like one example. So same thing, like there are so many divisions they have. So for
yes,
example, there is a heavy equipment also is there. So heavy equipment, how they are going to work in a project. So whenever
yes,
the project requesting any kind of heavy equipment, kind of earth moving, or all the kind of machineries, so they are responsible to deliver to the project. So they have 100 plus projects. So they are responsible to deliver all the kind of heavy equipments, or they are delivered to all the kind of transport vehicles and etc. There is a diesel is required, then they will taking care of the vehicles and everything. So diesel they are going to carry as a as a mobile tanker, then they are going to distributing to the project where there is a heavy equipment they are operating. So these are all there are so many scenarios are there. So we will discuss
yeah,
the next sessions on that. Okay.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.